Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I could just sit down, we could do a little chit chat, get ready with me, and I'm going to show you guys my absolute go-to favorite clean girl makeup look. This is like my most flawless looking makeup. I've tried so many makeup looks and I always go back to this one because it never fails me. I'm just obsessed. I thought I could also compile all of my favorite tips and tricks on how I apply my makeup to create a really flawless base, because if you watch my TikTok, then you know I do post a lot of tips, but I feel like it just all gets scrambled because I post about 50 times a day. So it all gets scrambled and it's hard to find them all. So I thought this would be the perfect place to just put my everyday clean girl makeup routine with all my favorite tips and tricks. And I'll also be answering a few little questions that I asked you guys on my Instagram story. So if you guys want to follow all my socials, whatever you call them, they'll be down below in the description, so make sure you guys check that out. And let's get started. First we're going to start with skin prep, which is arguably the most important step. I always go in with some sort of moisturizer. I've been using this moisturizer at the moment and it's by Alpha, I think that's how you say it. It is such a nice base. I don't know why, but I'm just absolutely obsessed with this. But obviously the more hydrated your skin is before makeup, the better it will apply and the better that it will last. Okay, so the first little topic I thought we could talk about while I do my makeup is how to become an influencer. I'm now going to use a serum as well, but I get a lot of questions about this. Half of it is luck, but also there is a bit of strategy in it. So first, I feel like the most important thing is if you want to become an influencer, you've just got to go for it and you really cannot care what people think. At the end of the day, everyone will always judge you for anything you do, and you might as well want to be doing something you love and they judge you for that. You know what I mean? I really think just first figure out your niche, figure out what you want to post. Social media is so much fun and I'm obsessed with it, but it does require a lot. I wouldn't call it work because it is so fun. Like when you're doing it, it doesn't feel like work, but it does require a lot of hours. So make sure that whatever you're posting about, you're truly passionate about and you're not just posting because you feel like it's going to get views. By the way, I'm also quickly double priming. This primer is insane. It's by e.l.f. It's the Power Grip Primer and she will make your makeup last all day long. I'm actually getting ready to go to an event and then also film a bit of content, so I need my makeup lasting all day. My biggest tip would just be don't worry about what other people say and post what you truly love to post about. And then I have like snot up my nose. The base is done. She should be really feeling a little bit sticky. This e.l.f. primer, kid you not, she's the best ever. Your makeup will not move. It will be glued to your skin, which is really good. Now it's time for the brows. I feel like the brows are arguably the most important. Why do I have like so many fucking pimples? I feel like the brows arguably are the most important part of your face because they are the center of your face, kinda. My biggest tip for your brows is do them before you do your foundation, because I'm going to use a brow gel, and if you use it after your foundation, then it like wipes off the foundation at the top of your brows and it looks a little bit silly. So I always use Benefit brow products. I just think they're the best. And first I'm going in with this is their brow pencil, and I'm just gonna lightly fill in where my brows are a little bit sparsy. I naturally have very dark eyebrows. I remember when I was a kid they used to be blonde, but then when I was like 12ish they turned really dark and I used to hate it. I like wanted to get them dyed because I thought they looked like slugs, but honestly now I'm quite happy I have dark eyebrows. I don't know. So now they're filled in very, very lightly, and you just want to get a brow wax. This one is probably my favorite, and I feel like the way you wax up your brows is very important. Obviously you can do whatever you want, but what I like to do is for this section I like to just literally brush it straight upwards like that, and then I like to go like that. I feel like if you brush your eyebrows that way, it just gives your face like an instant facelift, and with this makeup tutorial that's kind of the vibe that I really like, is that glowy natural skin, but also like the next question. I've actually never answered this because I get kind of awkward when I talk about it because I'm kind of insecure about it, but it's about my teeth and if I've ever had braces, how are my teeth so perfect, la-di-da-di-da. and it's actually because I have composite bonding on my top teeth. So these teeth, the end, and you can actually see I've got a fucking chip in one of them, but the ends of my teeth aren't my teeth. I was actually not born with 4 adult teeth. In high school I had these 4 teeth weren't there because obviously, oh wait, I explained that really badly. I was actually born without 4 of my adult teeth, so I had my baby teeth, but then when my baby teeth fell out, these 4 teeth I wasn't born with. So I had giant gaps during high school, during like year 10 and year 11, which you can imagine it was pretty fucking bad. But I got braces because the plan was to move my back teeth forward. I had so many complications. My teeth were not moving for some reason with the braces. They just were not moving, and I had gaps for about 3 years. So in the end, my dentist was like, okay, your teeth are fucked. The best option for you is to get composite bonding. So that's why I have composite bonding. I get a little bit awkward when people ask about it because, I don't know, I just don't like talking about it. But yeah, that's the truth about my teeth. Anyway, now for the base. My absolute favorite product ever for the base is this. It's the e.l.f. Halo Glow. This one's in Fair, shade 1 Fair, which somehow actually, normally I like to go a bit darker, but somehow this shade is really, really good. And this gives the most natural, gorgeous looking glow. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I love it. I feel like it just gives a really nice even skin tone. I feel like everyone has used this. If you haven't used it, I definitely recommend it. And then I always like to go in and blend my makeup with a setting spray. I normally use the Charlotte Tilbury one, but I ran out, so right now I'm using Urban Decay All Night, and it just blends the makeup better, makes it more dewy, and also makes it last longer. I got a lot of questions asking what made me start social media and why did I actually start. And it's actually a funny story. I mean, I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but I actually started back in, I think it was April. I only started social media this year. I haven't even been doing it for a full year, which is absolutely wild to me. And I've always wanted to make videos. When I was younger, I did gymnastics and I made little like video stars and I'd edit them. I loved editing videos. So I've always wanted to be an influencer. I feel like everyone does, but I was way too scared. I cared so much about what people thought. But one day I remember I was at uni. I was only at uni for about a week. I've never been very studious, so I was like, this is so bad. This is not what I want to be doing. I really want to become an influencer. It was just this thought, and I was like, you know what? Fuck that. So randomly one day I decided I'm going to drop out of uni. I made a TikTok account and I posted my first ever video. And I remember I blocked all my friends from it because I was like mortified of them finding out. So I blocked all my friends. Obviously they ended up finding out. I just started posting and I was absolutely loving it. My videos would get like 300 views. Like no one was watching them, no one gave a fuck, but I was having so much fun because it's what I always wanted to do. But then somehow, I think it's when I started doing makeup videos, they kind of blew up and then people started finding out about me. And then somehow now I've got almost 500,000 followers on TikTok, which is wild. This whole journey has been wild. It genuinely feels like a dream just because it's happened so fast. But yeah, like I didn't do anything crazy. I didn't do anything special. I just started posting, and I think that's the biggest tip, is literally just go for it. Like the world's not gonna end. Yeah, people might talk crap, but that's what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like if it's what you want to do, just do it. That's all blended in. How beautiful is that base? I'm obsessed with it. Now for concealer. I used to use the NARS Fit Me concealer, but oh my god, that stuff is so expensive, and also it runs out really, really quickly. So I actually love the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is in, I think it's shade Sand, and I just use it to brighten up and conceal. Obviously it's a fucking concealer, but I'll put a little bit under my eyes and then just where I'm a little bit red and I've got pimples. Someone said that they've been talking to this guy for 8 months and they're still in the talking phase, and my biggest tip is if you have been talking to a guy or a girl for a few months, fucking leave. Because let me just say, when someone knows what they want, they know what they want, especially guys. Like they know if they want you, and if they haven't made a move by now, then they don't want you and they're just playing around with you. I think move on, find someone better who truly wants you, because trust me, if they have been talking to you for 9 months, they don't want you. I know it's the harsh truth, but you can find someone who actually truly wants you and will actually put in effort. You deserve the best of the best, and if they're not giving you the best of the best, leave and go find someone who will. I know it's really hard and much easier said than done, especially if you really like that person. Just imagine if you do start dating. Like, if you've been talking for 9 months and they're not putting in any effort, they're not going to put in any effort when you're dating. They're going to be a shit boyfriend. So the base is done. Well, it's not done actually. The concealer's done. Now it's time for the bronzer. I switched between 2 bronzers, and this one is so good. It's by Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer. It's a mouthful, but she's expensive. I think she's like $80, but fuck, I can't open it. I ripped off my nails last night. Oh, fuck. And they're so weak, so I can't really open anything. So it's really expensive, but I've had it for probably like half a year now, and there's still so much left. So I feel like it's an investment because I think it will last a while. So honestly, I think it's really worth it. And it's so good. The color is beautiful. Or I use this, which is the Clinique Chubby Stick. This one's good and it's a lot more affordable. But today we're going to use this because I find that sometimes when I use the Chubby Stick, it like wipes off my foundation. So how I use this is I like to use like a brush like this. This is the best brush ever. e.l.f. Putty Primer brush. It's actually for primer, but I'm obsessed with it. It's so dense. So is that the word? I don't know. I pick up a little bit of the bronzer, and for the bronzer I apply it as high up as possible. If you apply it down here, it will lift your face down and it just won't look good. Well, maybe, I don't know. I apply it pretty much, think of like applying highlighter. Like literally that's where I apply it, like as high up as possible, because it will really lift your face like you're doing dirt on your face. You're gonna look crazy, but do it. I love to really pack it in because I have quite an enlarged forehead. So I feel like it's actually shrunk though. When I was younger, I think it was fucking massive, but I think it's shrunk a little, or at least I tell myself that. And then do a little on your chin, and then a little bit on your jawline. For the nose, I just go like that, and then a line, and then a line. We'll come back to the nose. And then finally for the eyes, this is my favorite thing. It's like the nicest eyeshadow look. Just put a tiny, actually not a tiny bit, put a lot on the outer corner, pretty much the whole lid, like that. And this is what you should be looking like. An absolute mess, but that's what you want to be looking like. Make sure your face is like kind of wet, and then just get a really big blending brush. These brushes are actually from Sports Girl and they're so good. And then as I blend up into my hairline, and it will blend so nicely. Like, look at that color. I probably use way too much product, but oh well. Got a lot of health tips and health questions and kind of how to become that girl and how to stay motivated. And when I was younger, I used to think that like if I wanted to become healthy, I had to do this crazy wake up at 6 a.m, like eat this crazy diet, la-di-da-di-da. But honestly, I think the best tip for becoming a better version of yourself and becoming healthier is really just start small. Like, don't go crazy, keep it realistic. Like, let's be honest, if you're waking up at 9 a.m. every day and then randomly you start waking up at 6 a.m. and going on a fucking 4-hour hike, how long is that gonna last? It's not gonna last long, because your motivation's gonna go and you're just not gonna be able to do it. Write down a list of everything you want to do, whether it's like hit 10,000 steps, go to bed early, read a book every night, whatever. Write down a list, and then each week just choose one item from that list and put it into your daily routine. So find a place where you have a habit. Let's say you have a habit of waking up and checking your phone. Switch out that habit with a habit that you want to start doing. So you wake up and read a book for 5 minutes or something like that. The slower you start, the more realistic it will be, and the better chance you'll actually keep on doing that habit. It's time for blush. I like blush. I don't love it. I'm quite picky with the blushes. I use. This one by Charlotte Tilbury is the best. It's the Beauty Light wand and it's in the shade pink. It's the nicest natural glow. So I put it like the bronzer where I would put highlighter, like there. And I just get this brush, which I've been using the whole entire time, but oh well. And I just blend upwards. Now we've done all the cream products, and your face should be looking like a greasy grease pan. See what I mean? It's very greasy, but we're going to go in with the powder products. You want to make sure that you do your cream first, then your powder. We're going to use my holy grail of all products. If you get anything from this video, get this. It's the Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish by Charlotte Tilbury. There's this one as well, but I'm obsessed with this one because it's white, so I just put it under my eyes and it really brightens up my face, and it gives the nicest finish, and I'm obsessed with it. So I love to actually apply it with a beauty blender because I find that if I really like dig in, picks up a lot. And then I go like this, and then I'll also just put it there. And as you can see, it kind of leaves like a little white cast on my face. So we're gonna let it, I guess, like bake. I don't even know what baking is. I think this is baking. We're gonna let it sit and then I'll wipe it off later. But while I let it sit, I'm gonna use this bronzer from Too Faced. It's by Chocolate Soleil. A lot of questions I got is like, what do you like in real life? Like, are you outgoing? Are you shy? In real life, I've gotten better. When I was younger, I used to be so shy. But I'm actually quite shy in real life. Not one-on-one. If I'm, by the way, now I'm wiping off that powder. If I'm one-on-one, I'm fine. Like, I can talk for days. But in a group situation, I won't be the first one to talk. And before I talk, I'll like think about what I say. And that's definitely always been something I've been very insecure about, is how awkward I get in group situations. But as I said, I've gotten a lot better. Now it's time for blush. This is the best blush ever. I pretty much put it in the exact same place I put my blush. It's just the prettiest color ever, and I don't really like to put it on my nose. I don't know, I'm a bit iffy with that, so I kind of like quickly put it across my nose. I'm gonna quickly top off with some powder highlight. This, she's been through it. This is from Benefit. It's in Dandelion Twinkle, and I apply it with my finger and I do a little bit of a nose highlight. Oh, so pretty. I love a nose highlight. I'm actually thinking of starting like a little mini podcast thing on my YouTube channel where I just sit in my bed and I choose a topic, whether it's like about confidence, how to become that girl, whatever. I need to get my eyebrows done. But I choose a topic and then I just sit and talk about it for like 20 to 40 minutes. So let me know if that's something you guys would like. I feel like that would be really fun. I just need to think of a name. Like, I was thinking like something, because I'd post it on a Sunday. So I was thinking like Sunday S something. I actually lost my lip liner. I genuinely don't know where it is. It's the MAC. I switched between the MAC Strip Down, which is more like a darky nude color, and then I also use this, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, but it's so tiny. Can you guys see that? It's so small, so I can't really use it. If you've ran out of lip liner, get a lipstick and pretty much just use your lipstick and overline your lips with your lipstick. I love liner lips so fucking much. I don't know why, but it's just the prettiest, like, glossiest color. Someone said, what's the biggest regret you've ever had in life? And obviously I try live life with no regrets. Sorry, can I focus on one fucking thing? The biggest regret I think I've ever had, my posture has been so bad in this video. I've been like this. Fuck, sorry. The biggest regret I've ever had in life is definitely worrying way too much about what other people think about me, and I feel like it stopped me from doing so many things because it looks like I'm crying. No, I'm not crying, I just curled my lashes and it hurt. But it stopped me from doing so many things. I'm so proud of myself for starting social media, because if you told me I did this 3 years ago, I'd be like, no way, because I used to care so much about what people thought. And I think in high school it's really, it's so hard not to, because you're all on top of each other, like everyone's talking about everyone, it's a fucking shit show. But when you get out of high school, I think you really realize that at the end of the day, no one actually gives a fuck what you're doing. And like, yeah, they might talk about you for a month, they might talk about you for a few weeks while it's new, but they'll get used to it. Like, you become the social media girl and they'll get used to it, and then they won't talk about it anymore. they'll find someone new to fucking bitch about, because that's all they do with their life. Can't control their opinion, but you can control your reaction. So I think that's something really important. This eye is so much better. And that is the final clean girl makeup look. I feel like it's such a beautiful, natural, glowy base. I hope you guys enjoyed. Look at my vanity. It's a big fat mess. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Oh my goodness, wow, I should have probably filmed here. This is the final look. This skin is so glowy and dewy. I just love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.